Hi everyone, welcome to Mysterious Reality. With you is Eziwanne, as usual. I'm here to talk about how we can help husbands that are lazy. Yes, most men will never admit that they are lazy. Yes, most men will never admit. But the truth is that some of them are damn too lazy. So as a wife, how do you help your lazy husband become effective? How do you do that? How do you help your lazy husband to become better? How do you help your lazy husband to become hardworking? What can you do for your husband? What can you do? What can you do? Let's look at certain things or certain ways a man would act and one can term him lazy. When a man wakes up in the morning, a man who is fit, health-wise, a man who is energetic, he has the energy, he has the strength to work. But when he wakes up in the morning and go and sleep, hang around, not get busy, not go to work, not do anything. Maybe if you ask him, he'll tell you he's still searching for a job. Or if you ask him, he'll tell you he's still expecting a better job. Or if you ask him, he will tell you he's waiting for a job that is more lucrative. And so when the wife goes to work, he sleeps. He sleeps all day. He wouldn't even help around the house. He wouldn't even do the dishes or even help to cook or sweep or anything. You know, this kind of problem is peculiar with those living abroad. It's so peculiar to them. A young wife who joins her husband, most of them gets to the place and realizes that the man has nothing doing. He only sleeps. Yes, this is usually the case. Of recent, a young man went back to Nigeria, got married, brought the Nigerian wife. And so when the wife joined him, the wife realizes that every morning this man sleeps. So she kept wondering, how do people survive here if this is how they live? And because of this issue, a lot of women no longer respect their husbands. They feel he's worthless. They feel he's useless. They feel he can't help in any way. Because one, he doesn't have a job. Two, he stays at home and sleep. He doesn't even help around the house. And then he expects the woman to submit to him fully. He expects the woman to be the woman while he be the man. Okay? So what can I do as a wife? What can I do to help husband like this? If you have this kind of husband, what can you do? If you look at that Bible verse that I put up, 1 Peter 3 from verse 1 to 5. If you see, Apostle Peter was talking to a godly wife who happened to marry a husband who is not godly. Because if you claim to be born again, a believer, someone who fears the Lord, the truth is that you will know that staying idle is not good. And the Bible condemns being idle completely. In fact, it says if you see any man lazing around, you should avoid him. The Bible encourages that a man should work hard to provide for his family. That's the Bible stand. The Bible said that a man who cannot provide for his family is more than an infidel. So if you are a husband and you cannot provide for your family, it's so hard. It's really so hard to claim the headship of that family. It's so hard to have absolute control of that family. It's very hard. If in the morning every other person is going to work and you are sitting down at home, lazing around, I'm so sorry. You're a lazy man. You are sitting at home. Maybe you are still waiting for one contract or you are still waiting for one job, but you can't do anything. Only just sit at home, sleep, carry the remote control, watch match or do some other stuff. You don't help around the house. You don't even help to see if there are little things you can do while waiting for that contract. You're not even bothered how to take care of, how to handle your responsibilities. You're not even bothered how to fit your bills. My dear, you're a lazy man. And so, how do we help men like this as wives? How do we help men like this? First of all, we must understand that when a man behaves like this, it is either he's not a believer or he doesn't understand what it means to be a husband. So if you join your husband, maybe he came to marry you, and after the marriage ceremonies, weddings and all that, and then you moved in with him, and you realizes that your husband doesn't work at all, he only sleeps. If you join him in that sleep, both of you will see poverty next to your door. So what do you do as a woman? Do you just go about your own things? Do you just find your own work and just go ahead with your life and just let him be? Or do you just give him money to start up something? Or do you invite your family to help him? What will you do? And what if you give him money and he squanders it and eats it because he has no knowledge of that business, or he has no knowledge of how to handle that project, and the whole money get wasted? Will you keep giving him over and over again? What do you do as a woman? Number one, if you happen to find yourself with this kind of a man, you should know that you have a big work ahead of you. There's a big task in your hand, a very big one at that. You will not just work on him, you also pray about it. It's not just enough to give him money, give ideas. You also have to push him to do it, and you also have to pray with him. Some women would rather give the man money to start off a business. But if you give this man money to start off a business, before you do that, you must make sure that he understands what is business. Ask him to submit a proposal, the business proposal, what he plans to do, how he plans to go about it, how he plans to make ends meet, how he plans all the logistics. Not just that if you tell him what can you do, he'll just tell you, I need 500,000 to start off a business, or I need this to do this. It's not just enough. Let him sketch out those business proposals. Look at it. Because for him to be in that situation and not working and not thinking of what to do, it's obvious the man already have a problem. Yes, there are men who could be working and somehow they lose their job. That is a different case. And for such men, there are way out. For such men, in their behavior, in their attitude, you will also know that they are not lazy. But there are men that even with the certificate, they don't even want to try at all. They will just tell you, we've looked for a job everywhere we can't find, and that's it. They don't just want to take another stress. So if you see such a man who tries to avoid responsibilities, because there are so many of them around these days, if you see him hanging around, you'll be wondering, oh guy, what are you up to? Can't you get yourself busy? You'll say, don't worry, when I marry, me and my wife, we will team up. You know, this man that is telling you when I'm married, me and my wife, we will team up. If you look at him critically, he's already 40. Some of them are over 40. They don't have a decent house, no decent thing to prove that this man has been effective or has been working before or has put in his best and the best in the earlier part of his youth. Nothing to show for it. So when you see such men, they are not the kind of men you just give money and say, go and do business. They are not such men. If you do that with them, that money is gone. So what do you do? And they are not the type of men you nag. If you like, nag him from now till tomorrow, it doesn't change anything. They are still who they are. They don't care. Because for him to hit 30, 35 without achieving anything, 40 without achieving anything, such a man is obvious. He has no value. He has missed it from the very beginning. So such people, you don't just give them money. You must be part of that investment. You must be part of the investment. Don't just allow them to sit at home. Don't just give them money and say, go and do business. No. In fact, usually I tell people, tell them you are lending them the money. You are not giving it to them. Because if you give them that money, they will squander it and they will sit back at home. So what I'm saying is that if you happen to find yourself in the situation, such situation where you realize that your husband is lazy, he wouldn't want to do any menial job. He wants a big job to start off. Please, number one, just understand that you have a big work to do. Constantly nagging him will not help it. And then leaving him at home to sleep all day is not also going to help it. And for you to say, I will ignore him and work hard, it's not also the solution, because you will start carrying a burden that you won't even know when to stop. Once you begin carrying the man's burden, you will continue carrying it, even when the kids are there, even when you are getting old, even when you are sick, you will keep carrying that burden. So don't allow him that comfort to keep sleeping. Okay? First thing I said, it's not nagging. Nagging will not help. So you study that man. That's the first thing to do. Study the kind of a man he is. Is he the man that is hardworking? Does he really want to work? If you study and you realize that he's willing to do any job, that is not that he's not willing to work, but situations and circumstances, then step him and help him. Repackage him. Teach him how to look good. Teach him, repackage him and help him to find a job. Help him to apply for the jobs. Help him to find the good jobs. Encourage him, motivate him. Search out videos that he will watch that will encourage him, that will motivate him, that will help him understand that he cannot completely give up on hopes. So if you have a husband who is educated, who is hardworking, but somehow, I don't know, somehow something happened and he became jobless, do all your best to encourage him and put him back on his foot. But if you happen to see a husband, there are some who don't want to work at all. At all, they don't want to work, but yet they want to take full control and be the head of the family. If you happen to find yourself in such circle, get him a job. Even if it's a menial job. If he refuses to do that job, don't give him peace. Yes, in this case, I tell people, nag him. Don't allow him to sleep. Because if you allow him to sleep, he keeps sleeping. In fact, there's no need to go and be calling the brother, sister, uncle, auntie. You don't need all those ones. The marriage is between the two of you. It's between the two of you. Don't allow him to sleep around. Talk him into finding something to do. Talk him into finding something to do. Don't say, if I talk now, they will say I'm a bad wife. No. From that very first time you joined him and you realize that he's not working. Many of them lie. They lie too much. They tell you they are doing this, they are doing that. By the time you get closer, you realize he has nothing. If a man clocks 30, 35, 40, and he can't show up any tangible thing to say that this is what I've been able to achieve in the past few years, my dear, I tell you the truth. Such a man, if you give him 1 million naira and say start something, he will squander that money and come back to sleep. So what I'm trying to say is, such men, don't just give them money. Get involved in that business. Get involved in whatever business he claims he wants to do. Take your time to study his business proposals and see that there are things that are achievable. Advise him as much as you can. Don't allow him to sleep. Don't give him that comfort that he's looking for. A man is supposed to work and fend for his family. So don't allow him. If he's lazy from the beginning and you keep quiet, be ready to carry a load that you won't be able to carry in the next few years to come. Because it will be so heavy. It will be so heavy that you will even want to suffocate in the process. The work of a woman is to take care of the home. That job is not an easy one. And the work of a woman is raising and caring for the children. That work alone is another big issue. So let the men do their own work. Encourage them to pick up, even if it's a menial job, let them start from it. If you have money and you can help them start off a business, help them start that business and make sure they are doing that business. Don't just give them money. Be part of the business full time. Understand how things are run. Know most of the clients. Understand his proposal. Understand it and see that it's something that is workable. Because sometimes some men can be very, very ridiculous. The proposals they will bring to you, you will begin to wonder. This is someone who maybe he didn't even go to elementary school, but the proposal they will present, you will be so shocked. So what I'm trying to say is, if you happen to see that your husband is lazy, please don't keep quiet. Yes, keep pushing him. Yes, keep talking to him about it. Yes, find better ways to talk to him. Don't batter him with words. You know what I mean, battering him with words. You know, when I say bat, I mean finding his weaknesses, his flaws, and constantly talk to him about those things. That's battering, especially situations he cannot help naturally. But try to encourage him to work hard. Try to make him understand that there are hardworking men out there. Try to make him understand that he can still make it. He can still do it. Try to make him do that. Be more positive with your words towards him. Don't batter him with words, but be positive and keep encouraging him until he begins to work. Even if the job is small, it's still okay than sitting at home and sleeping. Even if he's waiting for a big contract, let him start something small and be doing it while he waits for the other bigger contract. And then, if a man is at home doing nothing from morning till night and the woman has to go to work, come back, sweep, scrub, wash, cook, that isn't fair. That man is truly a lazy man. So if you have to encourage him to understand that this is marriage and you are in it together. You know, you are in it together. Try to make him understand that in as much as he has nothing, you still love him. But both of you need to work together as a team. You don't need to start calling anyone. No, you have to do it, and you can do it. Keep talking to him. Keep encouraging him. If you see any opportunity that can help him become that man, that can help him become effective, that can help keep him busy, don't keep quiet. Show him such opportunities. But remember, any man who has not been able to achieve anything at the age of 30, 35, 40, understand that man, you need to do a big work on him. So know that from the very beginning and plan out your strategies. Don't decide to go doing that work alone. You will go to work, bring in the money, pay the bills, and then no. Don't do that alone. The pressure will almost choke you up. Get him involved. If it means nagging him, nag him. Yes, nag him, but then be kind to him. When I say nag him, you know, when you talk too much, they will say you are nagging. When you talk too much, they just say you are nagging, so you keep quiet. No. In this case, I don't support it. Keep talking until he begins to act. Keep talking until he finds something to do. Keep talking until he becomes useful to himself. Don't just keep quiet. Pray with him. Devise strategy with him. Help him in his plan. Help him to make good proposals. Look at those proposals and see that they are workable. And encourage him. Push him to the positive side. And help him to surround himself with men who are responsible. Men who are working. Men who understand what it means to build a happy home. That's what I'm trying to say this evening. Be careful with your tongue. There is a way you will use your tongue, you will destroy him completely. I mean, emotionally, psychologically. And there's a way you will use your tongue, you will bring the best out of him. So use your tongue positively and bring him out of that level of laziness. Encourage him. Shower him with love. Shower him with words that are encouraging. Help him to be the man he wants to be. First of all, find out what his dreams are, his visions. Don't just bring up your own idea, because he will do better in his own line of idea. The only thing is that when he brings up those ideas, try to support him, try to encourage him, try to help him do better in that field. Don't leave him alone to do it. Help him. You know, God has made us who are women, he has made us in a special way, and he put so much in us. So use those beautiful things that God has put in you and help him. Don't let him sleep. Don't let him sleep. Don't carry the load alone. Right from the first time you join him, push him. Let him understand what it means to be responsible. Let him understand it. Let him understand what it means to be responsible. Help your man to have something doing. Don't always go paying the bills, bringing in the food, doing all the work alone. If you begin, he will just relax and will not bother at all, because he knows he has a strong wife who can do everything. But the truth is that you are dying silently. So my dear, from the very beginning, once you join him and you see that your husband sleeps, he doesn't work, he doesn't like working, and he tells you, over here it's hard to find a job. Over here it's hard to find a job. Over here it's very, very difficult to find a job. Help him find that job. You know, re-strategize. Help him prepare a very good proposal. help him prepare something that is workable. And if he's not educated and he didn't go to school at all, there are other things he can do. There are other things you can do. All you need to do is talk him to understand, make him understand that he is a potential, that there are things inside of him that he can bring out. There's a way you will talk to a man. He will be motivated to come back to life. Even if all courage has gone, even if everything has left, even if he doesn't have that strength to move on. Maybe he has struggled for so long and he had so many losses and he doesn't have the courage to fight further. There is a way you will use your tongue and talk to him. This tongue, it can motivate someone who is very weak and make that person become strong. And the same tongue can make someone who is very strong to become weak. So what I'm trying to tell you right now, as a good wife, use that tongue to talk him into becoming that man that you want him to be. Use that your mouth. Keep talking to him. Keep talking to him until he begins to change. Change your ideology. Change his ideology. Make him understand that those men making it out there, they are not better than him. Make him understand that. Use your words to boost him. Okay? Then your ideas, share it with him. Let him also share his own idea with you. Both of you should strategize together. Okay? And then look out for workable things. Something he can do. And then begin to do it together. Even though you are doing your own work and you are busy with your own career, also try to look into his business to see how it's going. If it's going well, encourage him. If it's not going well, help him to find other strategies to make things work. So if you are married to a man who is lazy, because the truth is that most men these days are lazy. I'm so sorry to say this, but it's true. In fact, I was trying to talk to a lady a few days ago. She got so angry. And she was like, most men today are just sperm donors. They don't care about anything. They don't want to take bills anymore. They don't want to take responsibilities. They just want to donate the sperm and walk away. But the truth is that whatever that man is or whatever situation he is, you can actually change him. That negative situation, you can actually turn it into a positive situation if you choose to do that. You can actually help him. So number one thing is, take your time and study the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 from 1 to 5. That place, Peter was talking to women who got married to husbands that are not believers. He told them that their attitude, their character should be able to talk to the husband about the Lord. So apart from this, your attitude, your character, okay, should be able, what am I trying to say? Be loving, be kind, even though he has nothing to do, even though he doesn't like working, even though he's lazy. Still love him, still care for him, still respect him. But as you are doing that, learn to start talking positive things to him. Share positive ideas to him. Let him see that he can do it. Share positive ideas that can help him become a man. Surround him. Try to surround him. Encourage him to surround himself with men who are effective, men who are responsible, men who are working. Okay? And again, try to be part of his business. Even if you will lend him money, even if you are going to take a loan to start a business for him, make sure you are part of that business. Guide him in that business. Look at his business proposals. Look at what is possible, what is workable, what is achievable, and concentrate on those things. Okay? And then if he tries a business and it doesn't work out, it's okay to try again. It's okay to try again and try again until things becomes better. Don't abandon him. Don't try to do it alone. Maybe you think you have few friends who are doing well in their businesses and you feel they can put you through, and then with them you are covered. The load will be too much for you to carry as a wife as time goes on. You can start it now and it's nothing. Maybe your salary is big, it's nothing. But when kids start coming, when responsibilities start increasing, it will be too much a burden for you to carry. So don't let those men sleep. No, get them to work. Encourage them to work. Talk them into working. and help them to become that man that God has made them to be. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. I want to appeal to you to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mysterious Reality. Mysterious Reality is one Akuna in YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel so you can always get my videos anytime I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. God bless you.